So in this episode, we're gonna show you guys how to pivot. You know, the importance of a pivot, how to do it, how to maneuver yourself. You know, after actually creating your pivot and creating a new angle for yourself. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video.
Como decimos en México, hay que dejarnos de mamadas.
One of the ways that people usually pivot, you know, is usually after the left hook. Great smart fighters, probably in this case, let's say Floyd. You know, everybody knows Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, pretty much what Floyd does is, okay, he waits for the hook, and he kind of rolls under it, and he pivots out. Like he's automatically, you know, out of danger. This guy is so defensively responsible that he doesn't really have to worry about any other punch but the left hook itself. So he's there, boom, and he's out, and he's already creating a new angle. Here you guys see Floyd actually roll or slip his opponent's left hook. He rolls the punch and pivots out to his right, like I told you guys in the previous clip. He avoids any punch his opponent may throw at him. There is no possible punch that his opponent may throw that will actually land on Floyd's. And here once again you guys see him roll the punch or slip the punch. He slips out, pivots out to his right, and pretty much, you know, avoids any future punch that may come towards him. Pay attention to this clip. Look at how Floyd rolls the left hook and pivots or steps to the side. I'll show you the difference between just rolling the hook and rolling and pivoting the hook. Unlike Floyd that rolls the hooks and pivots, here's Juan Diaz just rolling the hook but doesn't pivot and gets connected with a right cross from Marquez. With Floyd rolling and pivoting, he doesn't become a target. You guys could also wait for the straight right cross to actually come in and pivot out. But you guys would just have to wait for it, either slip it and pivot out. Boom. Here you guys see once again Floyd step to his left and pivot out after the right cross. Pretty much he waits for the right cross, pivots out, and is able to avoid any punch. He creates a new angle, an angle where he's not pretty much gonna get tagged by any punch that's coming in. Here you guys see him use his head movement a little bit with this right cross, but he pretty much pivots to his left, and he's able to create a new angle where he lands that jab. So please, if you're a conventional fighter and you're going up against a Southpaw, don't pivot to your right. If you pivot to your right, you're going to be lined up for a straight left cross down the middle. Here's the classical Southpaw versus Orthodox fight. In this clip, you guys see the Orthodox fighter Marquez slip and pivot to his left, where he avoids being tagged by the left cross and also makes it difficult for Manny to throw any punch safely. And in the next clip, you guys will see how to pivot from the Southpaw position. The conventional fighter wants to pivot to the left against the Southpaw. The Southpaw fighter wants to pivot to his right to be on the outside of the Orthodox fighter and not line himself up with the right cross, making him establish lead foot dominance and makes it easier for him to land his own cross. Here the Southpaw fighter, in this case Manny Pacquiao, comes in with a few punches and steps or pivots to the right, which is the outside of the Orthodox fighter's left leg. This pivot helps Pacquiao avoid being in line with the Orthodox fighter's right cross, but it also helps him avoid any counterpunch that Marquez has to offer. Let's just hear what Jim Lampley has to say about this footwork and the pivot.
Let's take a look at Manny Pacquiao's foot movement after he lands a punch. This is what I was talking about at the end of the last round. He lands a left and a right. Now watch him run away at an angle where Marquez can't possibly throw a shot.
Like we say in Mexico, we don't fuck around.